I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah. I bet on myself.
Staying even keeled is a tough thing. You know, in the sport of cliff diving, it's a ton of hurry up and wait, and then you're on the edge of a 100-foot cliff and you're looking down and your fear response kicks in. And so, you know, even outside of cliff diving, I think life these days are those up and down moments. You know, whether you're hustling in the morning to get your kids out, get ready for school and work, and then you have these long dulls in the middle of the day, and then it's a huge afternoon rush hour, get home, get everybody happy, healthy, fed, to bed. You know, whatever your daily struggles are, you got to toggle between those switches. And so I think the biggest tool here is being able to stay mindful and present. And so if you take any beginner mindfulness course, the very first thing that they do is teach you to breathe deeply and focus on your breath. And the goal here is not to be a breathing world champion or a Buddhist monk living in the Himalayas. You know, like, yes, that's awesome. But what most of us are looking for is just being able to stay calm and present and focused in our everyday lives. As simple as it sounds, as closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths and just trying to non-judgmentally aware and stay positive and present in the current moment, like, it's a tough thing to do. And anybody who's tried to do this in step ones of meditation practice is like, it's super hard. It's like, you can't go 30, 60 seconds without having all these crazy distracted thoughts coming in out of your head. And that's what's going to happen in life. If you slowly build that skill and bring more awareness and mindfulness meditation and breath work into your daily practice, there's a much better chance that when the stakes are high and when the pressure is on, you're going to be able to stay calm and present and collected in a tough moment. I think mindfulness is inherent in most athletics. You know, no matter what sport you play, like, being able to stay focused and present is a huge piece to any high-level athletic endeavor. But all of us struggle with it. When I first started actually reading and studying and practicing mindfulness and training it on the side to then use it in competition, I started to realize how much I had to learn and how far I had to go. And I think that's the adage with any skill that you learn. It's like, the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know. When I first got really interested in philosophy and Eastern wisdom and mindfulness practice and meditation and breath work, it was a really cool learning experience. And, you know, using a little bit of those previous experiences that I've had with just high-level athletics and academics and previous life experiences, but now flipping the switch and translating it into my current life, professional cliff diving, whatever I want to achieve out there in my daily world, it's now something that those are the bedrock of some of my training fundamentals, you know. And again, trusting that process and laying down 10, 20, carving out those few minutes each day seems boring and monotonous, and it is. But that's the stuff that's really going to get you to that next level. So can you commit to being 1% better every single day in everything that you do? Staying locked in is not meaning that you're on edge and dialed to 11 every second of every single day. It's not sustainable. You know, excellence at every level is not these random heroic moments. You know, it's more so the collection and the aggregate of normal quality events that lead to extraordinary outcomes at the end of the season. Scheduling in regular downtime and rest and relaxation and recovery, even, you know, there is no junk time, there is no garbage time, but like knowing when you need a self-love day or some time on the couch watching TV, whatever it is, you know, reading a book, communicating with your friends and family, like those easy things that make your soul feel good. Like, your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health are all combined here. And so you got to take into account all those pieces. Yeah, I mean, again, when you're talking about being locked in, a huge piece of this is cutting out distraction. There's a great example in one of my favorite books. It's Think Like a Bumblebee, Train Like a Racehorse. And so to break this down, racehorses are the epitome of training machines. They are incapable of sandbagging workouts, asking stupid questions to their coaches, logging junk miles. They are laser focused on the task at hand and give 100% effort in everything that they do. Bumblebees, on the flip side of the coin, are these physically improbable, huge, fluffy creatures with proportionally tiny wings that the old adage is, it still is, that nobody ever explained physics to bumblebees, but bumblebees don't care and they fly around anyways. Physically and proportionally, they shouldn't be able to fly around, but they have this confidence about them and they don't care what other people think, that they're just going to fly around and do their thing anyways. This think like a bumblebee, train like a racehorse is a really cool analogy to being in the zone. If you can cut out all distractions, laser focus on the task at hand, and have 100% total confidence that you're in the right place and doing the right thing, that's what's going to get you and keep the needle moving forward. When you talk about distractions and social media and other people's opinions, whether it's conditions, adversity that comes your way, there's 1,000 things that are going to come up. And it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Adversity is coming. So how you handle the storm and how you stay focused is a huge piece of being able to stay locked in throughout a long year and a long season. That comes down to the daily decisions. Choosing to have the salad over the cookie is easy in the moment and one time, no big deal. But can you do that week after week after week? Choosing to read a book instead of watch Netflix late at night is easy one time in the moment, but it's tough to do week after week after week. Having the sense about you to have a good crew around you, to have good people in your life, to stay emotionally balanced, choosing those self-day loves when you need them. Again, these are small steps that can seem easy in the moment, but committing to the process over a 365-day timeline, that's the real challenge. So can you stay locked in, avoid those distractions, do your job, do the thing you need to do day in and day out? That's where the challenge presents itself. 100% adversity is going to come your way. You're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. Life is not always sunshine and rainbows. And so being able to turn the page and move on, or as my favorite coach, Coach Lasso, would say, be a goldfish. This is a huge part of being able to make a mistake, learn from it, and move on. You know, we all fail at things, and I've had them 100,000 times. You know, I've had a rocky start to the season, I've had some awesome dives, and I've had some shit dives. And that's just part of life. Being able to process that in real time, and you know, it's totally normal to be frustrated and disappointed and upset. Like, that's real, and you can do that for a little bit. But if you dwell on those things and let it continually affect you later on, that's what's going to hold you back. You can process things and you can have a moment to learn from them and grow from them and all that kind of stuff, but you need to be able to compartmentalize, turn that page, be a goldfish, forget about the past and move on. You know, there's another piece to this mindfulness, staying present thing, that like, if you keep replaying that mistake in your head, nothing's going to help you move forward in a positive direction. So no matter what mistake you have made, let's turn the page and move on, so you can now do whatever you need to and focus on the task at hand to now move forward in a positive direction. When you talk about these things and having that higher level awareness and mindset comes in here, and you know, we're not always going to be those X level champions every single minute of every single day. So that rule of like, never whine, never complain, never make excuses, it's a good thing to live by. Are you going to make mistakes? Absolutely. Do I still whine and complain and make excuses? 100%. But if I can avoid being in that victim, pessimistic mindset as much as possible, that's going to help me turn the page and move on and be more positive in my next endeavor. Way better if I stick to that rule and try to go forward. So yeah, it's people come up, they always want to see the view from the top. People come up and then they get up there and they're like, what the fuck?
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission is same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this a buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the graves. Never gon' fumble it, I get the bag and I run with it. Gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse, I am not impressed.
Yeah, I think tactically it starts small. Try to carve out 5 to 10 minutes a day to do a little bit of mindfulness, meditation, breath work exercises. And there's all kinds of great apps and, things online, whether it's on your phone. There's so many things that will guide you through. I really like the Waking Up app. I've used Insight, I've used Calm, Headspace, all that stuff. It's a great tool to start, But that's not the only thing you can do. Just like you're not going to learn a foreign language just doing Duolingo. You got to do other stuff, and you got to put it in throughout your day. The transitions in life are really those key moments. You just talked about I just got back from lunch, or I just sat down at my desk to do something. Your daily life is full of these little transitions all throughout the day. And so in those 5 to 10 seconds, can you take a quick moment of awareness to just take a deep breath and to kind of inhale and set intention and release tension? And that's going to give you literally that 10-second edge of just moving on from what you've just done and setting an intention and a laser focus ahead to then work better in what your next endeavor is. That will build over time. Just like when you first start working out, you're not doing 2-hour workouts in the gym. You just want to get to the gym for 30 minutes. And that's great. A 30-minute workout is amazing. Every once in a while, you'll do an hour workout. You'll do a 2-hour workout. Amazing. Get your fitness to the next level. It's the same thing with mindfulness, meditation, and breath work. Do little stuff to start and then slowly build that in and have it be a bigger piece of your day. Some days you might not get it in at all, and that's totally fine. Life is hectic, life is crazy. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just move on to that next day and try to bring a little more awareness to that next moment. Mission statement is daily discipline creates courageous leaders that serve others. This whole thing, why do I try to achieve excellence? Why do I strive for that next thing? Why do I put myself through so much stress and pressure and go do these crazy cliff dives? I cliff dive because I love to do it. It's an amazing life. It's super dangerous and risky, but it's given me so many opportunities, and I love the community and the life that it comes with. And what I'm trying to do here and sharing all these experiences and knowledge with everybody else is I want to make the world a better place. That starts with you personally, and I want to give everyone the tools that can build them up, and then they can share that with the world. When you talk about waking up early, putting in the grind, being disciplined, doing the hard things, and leading others, that's all so we can all live a better life together. And what's the point of achieving success if you can't share it with your homies? All of this goes back to your personal and our collective why of being a better community together. And that's what I think it's all about. I think a big piece to staying locked in is being confident that you are in the right space. And while this life is a journey and it's always a continual process, true confidence is knowing that you control your response given any event. True confidence is not knowing that you're going to succeed. True confidence is not knowing that you're going to win. True confidence is not knowing that everything's going to magically work out, because it's not. Again, struggle, loss, pain, suffering is coming your way. True confidence is knowing that when it comes your way, you're going to be able to respond appropriately and overcome those things. And so for me, staying locked in is having the confidence that I know that I'm going to be able to check off all these boxes. And while I may not win every single event, I'm still going to be happy, genuine, loving, leading my community to a better place. And I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need to lean on you. You're going to need to lean on me. And that's what we're going to do together.